Hey, what's up everybody, Nexel here. Today we're playing Kingdom Hearts Union Cross, doing a live stream for some of the quest clearing stuff that we gotta do. So things we gotta do today, we have to do the attribute battle challenge, we have to do the monthly gem quest, and then if we have some time, we'll go ahead and get into the August Coliseum. So the reason I haven't really been a fan of live streaming recently is because of this camera. This camera, I don't have my general like Logitech webcam that I've used for streaming, and it makes me very kind of oddly uncomfortable live streaming with the webcam on my computer, even though it's what I used before I got my webcam. So it just makes me feel very uncomfortable. But if this is cool with everyone, we're gonna go ahead and keep using this webcam for the time being until we can either get a replacement or until the other one comes in. So that's what we got on the table for now. So let's go ahead and start with the attribute battle challenge. So just an announcement for those who are going to be watching this in the future. I unfortunately will be busy at the end of this month. Very busy. So unfortunately I won't be able to stream as much or create content as much. So I'm going to try and get some things done now so that hopefully we can just have it all knocked out. All right, what do we got here? So we can only use special attacks requiring 1 gauge or more. So in that case, let's go ahead. Are we locked to Sleeping Lion? We are not. We are not. All right, let's go ahead and go counterpoint. Let's go ahead and grab our Kyrie. Or I'm sorry, our Nominee. So let's grab the Nominee. Because even though we can't use Nominee directly, we certainly can still copy her. So let's go ahead and grab our Dusk. You know, it doesn't even have to be a Dusk. It can be any imitation medal that costs more than 1 gauge. So if we go imitation, let's use... It just can't cost 1 gauge. If it costs 1 gauge, we can't use it. We could use Riku, for example. We could do this. This is totally fair game. All right, let's go ahead and grab some more magic medals. Antoine, Cyber Hero Codex, and Solomon Kearns. What's going on, y'all? We have a very short Kingdom Hearts Union Cross stream today. I can actually only stream until, well, for 1 more hour. Essentially, we got 1 more hour until I have to hop off and unfortunately do something else that's very important. So we are going to just stream very quickly, get this attribute challenge done, and then get the monthly gem challenges done. So... general strategy, in my opinion, for this one, the attribute battle challenge, if you can't beat it, it's not worth it. Because how many gems are you fighting for? 1, 2, 3 gems. Literally, 3 gems is not worth the struggle of, like, thinking too much about it. So clear what you can. If you can't clear any of the rest, totally okay. Don't worry about it. But let's see if there's any tricks up our sleeves we can do for this enemy. Is there count? There is a count. There is a count, meaning that it is susceptible to recovery buffing, which can be really broken. So let's do this. Let's do this. So let's see if we can get a good recovery buffing off here. So I don't think we can because the Kyrie kind of messes it up a little bit. Because Kyrie is going to increase the count. So let's activate Ansem the Wise because he's a 2-turn buffer. Is our auto supernova off? Okay. So let's see how this works out. So this is going to increase count by 2, I believe. Yeah. So we won't be able to get the recovery buffing off just because Kyrie is increasing the count too high. But she also deals a crazy ton of damage, and by turn 2, she's going to be dealing out so much damage. But keep in mind though, this is not my normal run, where I normally limit myself, I normally put like limiters and such. I feel like I try and reserve that type of challenge for when it's actually meaningful to pass the content. This is not meaningful content. Literally getting one gem for defeating each one of these potential super bosses is just not worth, it's not worth you struggling too much, you know what I mean? Alright, so let's go ahead and activate this. We've got Supernova Renew, actually, so we can actually activate all of this. So we can activate this, activate the Aqua, then we activate the Ansem the Wise again, because that lasts for 2 turns. And then we just let the rest of it run its course. This should be enough damage, though. We've got, like, crazy multipliers, crazy subslots. We've got a Kyrie, which does an amazing amount of damage. Yes, suffer the wrath of Kyrie. Antoine, I managed to get 2 gems from each, and that's good. That's good, you know what I mean? That's like 66% of the reward, and you didn't have to spend a single extra jewel. Alright, now we got this fight to go through. Not super concerned, because if we defeated that first one earlier with ease, this one should be much, much easier. There's a big difference between enemies that are level 2,000 and enemies that are level 4,000. Riley Keen, Dan Dunn, what's going on, y'all? Welcome to the stream. I think this is my first time seeing both of your names in the stream, so it's good to see you. Welcome to the Kingdom Hearts Union Cross stream. Umbra, kind of sucks I won't be able to play. I think my account is lost. What do you mean your account is lost? What happened? Oh my gosh. Let's see. Eugene, did you not link your account? Yeah, that's what I do. Like, it's kind of weird because sometimes the game kicks you out and you have to re-log in. So, like, periodically, maybe once every few days, I just check and make sure my account is saved, like it's connected. Solomon Kearns, I've been excited in my gacha pursuits lately. The JoJo gacha I played just got a new system update and you can awaken units. That's such a big thing. I feel like when you don't know what to do with your units, you awaken them. Alright, so here are the objectives. So you get, I believe it's 10 for the super mega boss, the 40 or the 4,000 level enemy. So you can get potentially, how many gems is this? This is 18 gems from this one quest. Now, 10 gems is a good amount, but power speed magic gems, they're super easy to come across. Like, even if you don't participate in the union challenges or the union battle challenges where it's like a union cross mega boss, everyone always completes it anyways. So it's like, that's 30 free ones right there. So I don't think these are particularly, I feel like the power speed magic gems, their relevance is just dropped. You know, once you get all your Keyblades to level 35, you should be able to pass a lot of stuff. But we can use recovery buffing if we so chose. So let's go ahead and we need a medal that decreases count. Or at the very least, we need to sub out that Kyrie with something else. Maybe we could just do this. Because Kyrie is going to restore our stuff anyways. So let's get Aqua here. And not worry about that count. We actually need something that's count plus minus 0 here. So maybe Kiara 21 here. Because I believe, Kiara 24. Because Kiara 24 should be count plus minus 0. So it's 3 with the Nominate with extra attack. That brings it down. We need to factor in for count. So Nominate is going to be minus 2. Which brings it to 1. We can put the Elsa here. But then that count's going to go back up. Whew, okay. Why don't we do this and not copy the Kyrie? So if we do this, Elsa is going to bring it up to positive 3. Kyrie brings it up plus 4. See, there's a lot of math involved in recovery buffing, being able to calculate the math. All right, so it starts at 3. Minus 2 from Nominate is 1. Kiara 24 activates, that's nothing. Elsa activates with extra attack, that's plus 2, bringing it up to 3. This is minus 1. 3, 2, this is plus 4, so it's 6. Oh boy. Alright, I actually don't know. 6. I'd have to plan out the supernova attacks now. Alright, let's give it a shot. Solomon Kearns, also, that's not good. Oh dear. Awakenings are pretty new. Not every unit has them. It's a base power increase if you max. I mean, Awakening in Kingdom Hearts Union Cross was like 7 stars, essentially. Antoine just passed Proud Mode Quest 303. That's good, because at the very least, you have all the Proud Mode Keyblades. That's good. Umbra, I did link my account, but an unknown person tried logging in with my Facebook link. I reported it and tried to get my newly created Square account to my knowledge. Oh, no. I hope it works out, because these accounts, like, sometimes they're not cheap. They are not cheap to lose sometimes. All right, so let's try this. We need something that decreases count. So something like a Supernova Aqua or something. What decreases count and is a magic? Certainly none of these. Whoo, boy. All right. Roxas does, technically. I don't want to use those traits, though. You know what? Let's just see. Let's just see if recovery buffing works. I think that's the first and foremost thing. Kyokari! Stopped in to say hi and stay here for 20 minutes. Gonna sleep soon. My sleeping schedule is messed up. Oh no. It's always the worst when your sleeping schedule is messed up because it's so hard to figure out what to do. You know what I mean? Do you fix it? Do you just let it ride? Like, what do you do? It's always hard to figure out what to do there. Let's see. All right, we gotta up the count here. So we up the count here. We bring it back down to 1 with the aqua. Let's activate. I believe this. Does this affect count? I don't believe it does. Triggers before slot 1. It does. All right. We need something that doesn't affect count, or it affects count neutrally. Let's see. Okay, it looks like it's going to have to wait until after the Kyrie activates. So let's do this. Bring it back down to 1. And then activate Kyrie. That brings it up to +3. +5. Let's activate Key Art 24. I believe the Roxas does affect count. But let's find out. No, he affects it positively. Oh my gosh, alright. This is interesting because we want to use recovery buffing, but we can't because everyone's sharing like recent OP medals. Let's see. Do I have any magic medals that affect count? We could put another aqua. In a weird swing of things, we could do this. Have the aqua here. That's not the right aqua. This aqua. Have Kyrie here. We can try this and see if it works. Let's see. Solomon. Oh, geez. In the Facebook backup, Whoa, I missed it. Let's see. The Facebook backup is the only thing outside of a Square account. I trust Facebook with nothing. Kyoka sleeping 4 hours during the day and 4 during the night, so need to fix that. Oh, no, yeah. So sleep, it's kind of weird. If I remember this correctly, sleep is not the total number of hours you get, but the total amount of consistent hours that you get. And you need at minimum a consistency of 6 hours. So hopefully you can get that fixed because a messed up sleep schedule can really mess you up. Julka, Heyo had this open and ready. Started when you started speaking while I was in a dungeon. What dungeon were you doing? What game were you playing? Umbra, I created my I created my Square account after the Facebook thing happened. I was under the impression nothing would happen since my account's been linked since year 1. I hope it gets fixed. I honestly don't know what to say to that. Like, I try very, very hard to make sure my account's linked because I've just put so much resource and stuff into it that I just don't want to be missing it. Alright, so let's activate the Elsa. So this is going to give us a better grasp of our count. So, at +5. So now it's at +7. We've got -4 right here, potentially -5 and 6 with key art. So let's go ahead and activate this key art. Again, what we're trying to aim for here is recovery buffing. So it's 6 left. So let's go here, activate this, and see how this goes. This should be fine now. Truthfully, I actually don't know if that Key Art 24 has extra attack. So, as a safety precaution, let's go ahead and activate the Supernova. Attack here, get knocked out, and recovery buff. Nice. Alright, so we got the recovery buffing off. That's always good. And now we're just stronger than we were the last turn. So, what we can do for this one, let's go ahead and activate these. We have to activate the Kyrie, and this is going to heal us. See, this Kyrie is so good. She's so good. Alright. Activate Kyrie. I believe this Kyrie decreases count as well. So this decreases count. And also decreases count. And some decreases count. Alright, now we just use our recovery buffing, get stronger for the last turn, and then just take this guy out. Or we might be able to take it out here. No. But we do get recovery buffing off. Now we're back with 82,500 strength. Broken. Absolutely nuts. And we still have supernovas. Broken. Quadruple broken. Did you see that? 32 million points of damage. Good gravy. Alright, well that answers the question about recovery buffing. Can it be done? Yes. Does the does the attack of the Demon Tide do anything? Didn't look like it. Didn't look like it. Julko was a random dungeon in Final Fantasy 14. Gotcha. Dan Dunn, I love my new Kyrie. I haven't been able to use recovery buffing because I insist on copying it, so I use it 4 times per turn, so count plus 8. She's just so strong. She is. She's a great medal. I stand by the idea that Kingdom Hearts 3 Kyrie is one of the best medals right now. Alright. Let's get our screenshot. Let's move on to the speed event and see if we can use recovery buffing or what sort of tricks we have up our sleeves. So let's go ahead, grab our Fenrir. We're definitely not going to go in with this setup. As silly as it looks, we are not going in like this. Alright, only special attacks requiring 1 or more gauge, meaning we need to do something about our generic buff for the turn. So, we don't have a Terra, which is kind of a letdown. The Supernova Renew Terra would be awesome here. But let's do this. We actually can use Kyrie here. We just need... What do we need? We need something with second chance. So let's see what our upright red department's got. We could put Cloud here. Sorry, I like yawned, spoke at the same time. Or you know, you could just copy metal it. That works too. So we can do this. The Lingering Will does have a gauge cost higher than 1. And it'll be copying the Nominate, so it gets the Nominate effect. So let's do this. Let's grab the... Let's actually put Terranord B here, and then the Reaper here. So again, I'm going into these quests not limited, because we're trying to see what's going on in the quest. Umbra, by the way, Nexel forgot to mention this a while back, but Tales of Crystera is a part of the Tales series. Okay, cool. I love the Tales series. Like, there's a lot of... I feel like there's a lot of good Tales games. Antoine, I'm so jealous of all the Renovas you got. You know, me too. I think it was awesome that I got all of those. But straight up, I just wanted Terra. Like, I don't know if that was like a lot to ask for from the Senna mighty person in the sky kind of thing. But unfortunately, we could not get the Terra. They did not want to give it to us. All right, let's go ahead and put a copy medal in the final slot here. But yeah, I just needed 1 Terra. But now I have 5 Xions, 3 Aquas, and 2 Ventuses. I don't understand. Why couldn't I get just 1? I just need 1. I just need 1 Terra, and I can be happy. All right, so let's do this. Again, we can't use the Nominate, but we are using Lingering Will to copy Nominate. So this should be fine. This miserly monster has an ability that lowers your strength and when that paralyzes you, and it counters when its count hits 0. So again, heal buffers. The best set of traits you can have on them are resists, because the close-handed captain is going to hit us with a resist attack. Or I'm sorry, with a paralysis attack. So at least we are armed and ready for it. So let's see if we could do this in 4 medals or less, because sometimes I would recommend people just bring in a medal that has paralysis resist 100% so that you can get better consistency. Alright, so it is a hit counter. It's a blue counter, meaning that this one's significantly easier to manipulate the count for. So let's go ahead and activate the Reaper for now. And then next turn we'll activate, because remember, Reaper's a 2-turn buffer. So next turn we'll activate the Xemnas, and then reproc with Xion, and then proceed to lay waste on this one. But yeah, you can do recovery buffing here as well. Again, the big thing is going to be that paralysis. You're going to have to manage it somehow. So try and have paralysis resist 100%. That should be able to take you where you need to go. But boy, we're just scraping this enemy. We're really not doing a lot of damage. Alright. So remember, with recovery buffing, the general strategy is you get stronger and stronger every single time. And that can be very, very broken. Alright, so we got the nominees off. Let's go ahead and activate the Ansem. Supernova reproc everything with the Xion, because even though Ansem is stronger than the Reaper, it's just much better to activate all of the Supernovas before you start your attacks again. Alright, there we go. So we got both of them off. Now we just attack here. On the next turn, we activate the remainder of the Supernovas. So we can do recovery buffing here, but we chose not to. This would be a lot easier if you had something like Master Ericus, actually, because Master Ericus decreases count by 5. So -5 with extra attack, -10 with a copy medal with extra attack. You're looking at -20 with Master Ericus. All right, it's not too hard there. Again, the big strategy that you can use that's kind of a trick around this is just recovery buffing and making sure you have 100% paralysis resist. That's how you're going to pass this easily. I'm not super worried about the level 2000 boss because the level 4000 boss is just way harder. Its defense stat is way greater, so I'm not too concerned about anything that's below 2500 in terms of level. Alright, and this is the last close-handed captain who should go away with the buffer. Yes, there it is. Actually getting kind of toasty. Had to turn on the air conditioning. Alright, so what we want to do is I kind of want to confirm and make sure what enemy gives which amount of gems. Because it'd be kind of silly if it was like the primary enemy actually gave the most amount of gems. So let's do an experiment. So we're going to go into the blue mission 3 times, knocking out only one enemy at a time. I don't believe spiders are good for magic reflection. It's specifically things that do really big, heavy one-hits, like the guard armor or Hades. So I don't think the malicious spider has really big one-hits. It just has several tiny 3-hits. So let's go ahead and check out our sleeping lion because the enemy is upright, or I'm sorry, the enemy is magic. So we want to go in with something that is speed, so we can be hitting that critical damage. So let's do this, and let's see what the counter is on it. So what we're gonna do, we're just gonna take out the enemies one by one. Oh, let's actually change the setup. It doesn't make any sense. So we're gonna defeat the enemies one by one and see which one is generating which amount of gems. So let's go ahead and do this. And this works. Actually, maybe we should build a speed setup. Kyoka going... you're going to bed? Alright, no worries. Have a good night. Thanks for joining. Personally, I'm feeling actually kind of tired too. I don't know if it's like the Saturday tiredness hitting me. Maybe it's because I already streamed... Sorry, that's my can of soda. Maybe it's because I already streamed once today for PTCGO and I just don't have enough gas in me. But yeah, I'm actually kind of getting tired myself. Alright. Let's fix this setup because it's hitting me that it's not appropriate at all. And that's how I know I'm getting tired, because if my setup is not appropriate in any sense of the word, it means that we're not doing too hot. So let's do this. Let's get rid of this. Let's put Riku here. Let's grab a different copy medal to copy Nominee. This is the easiest way around like a special attack gauge cost of 1 or more. Just there. Just that. That way you get to keep your second chance, you get to keep all the resist on your buffer, and you still get to use its effect. Alright, so what we're going to do, again, we're going to defeat these enemies one at a time and see which one is giving us which amount of jewels, or I'm sorry, of gems. Okay, let's see what we got. So take out the target enemy. I'm pretty sure this one's going to give 3. The level 2001 gives out the 5. And then the level 4000 gives out the 10. Yes. All right. We weren't 100% sure, but we did have to prove it for science. As a lot of you may know, if you watch me play Kingdom Hearts Union Cross, science, it's like important to figure out. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's take care of the 2001. Confirm that one gives out the 5. So we're pretty sure. We're pretty sure that's what it does. But you always want to double check your work. So let's take a look here. What we got cooking from the spider. How come? Oh, that Kyrie didn't do any damage because it's off slot. I was like, wait a minute. That Kyrie should be doing damage. But this is fine. The rest of the medals are super good. So even Riku, without his critical hit, is still doing lots of damage. All right. And let's take out the target enemy. And this should tell us which one the level 2000 enemy drops. All right, there you go. So it does drop the 5, so that means the level 4000 does drop the 1000 gems. Joshua, I know what they give because I barely beat the level 20. 2000. Okay, gotcha. Well, now you know. The last one gives you 10 gems, which is a lot, but also not difficult to obtain. You can literally get it from like PvP in a week. All right, let's take out the level 4000 and be on our merry way. So we'll do that. We'll do that. Nothing is a 2-turn buffer except for this Riku. Let's activate the Sora. Just so that we can get that plus 300% special attack bonus. Unfortunately, Kyrie not doing any damage, but still gives us plus 10,000 metal strength, which is always good. All right, I think the rest of it's just damage from here. I think otherwise we got this. But yeah, you can recovery buff this one too. Sorry, I meant to say that earlier. But you can recovery buff this one because it's got a counter on it. So, ooh, be careful of the poison though. The poison can be problematic. I saw that poison for a quick second there. Let's activate these two. Again, Kyrie gives us plus 10,000, which is a lot. To all medals. On the second turn, plus 20,000. It's so good. Just Kyrie's so good. So good. All right, I think we got it this round. If this hits critical... Oh, no, it doesn't. But I'm pretty sure we still got it. If not, we could just activate one supernova. And we're good. We are good. All right, so that takes care of the attribute battle challenge. Very easy, 18 gems if you have the equipment. If not, really don't stress out about it. Don't go pulling in order to beat this thing because it's not worth it. It's not worth it to pull just to defeat this one thing. You know what I mean? The things you should be focused on beating are like the big bonus challenges or things that give like very special rewards. But PSM gems, I don't really know how special they are at this point. So that takes care of the attribute battle challenge. I wonder how long it's going to take us to do the monthly. Because that's the last thing we have to do. And then we can do this like Bambi one whenever. But if we do this, we'll be at 100% completion of our events. What do y'all think? Should we do this? Should we do something else? It's kind of funny though because talking about KHUX thing earlier, they went to bed, but now I thought I was tired, but now I just have a headache. All right, I think we do this. I think we just do this for getting it out of the way. You know what I mean? While we got 30 minutes, yeah, let's do it. I'm running on like a quarter tank of gas right now, but let's do it. Hey, Sora Neckful, how's it going? I believe it's morning for you, right? Joshua, shouldn't take too long. Yeah, it shouldn't. It shouldn't. You're right. Let's just get it done. Alright, so this is why it's important to get all your Keyblades up to level 35. Because for events like this, they force you to use a certain Keyblade. So you want to not invest your gems like into your Keyblades past level 35 until they're all level 35. Alright, no special attack conditions, meaning we can use whatever we want. So let's go ahead, just use this setup that is mono speed. I don't care if the enemy is power, we are still good there. Why is that Ansem? Yeah, no, that Ansem makes sense. It all makes sense. Let's grab... I believe there was another Dark Riku here somewhere. There it is. Umbra, how about beating up the foretellers with Kairi's medal? We already did that. We showed the world that they had to fear Kairi. Alright, so this one was easy peasy. Nominate, off slot. Still did enough damage to knock out the enemy, and that still gets us free gems. So remember that previous quest, the Attribute Battle Challenge, gave us 18 of each. And then you just got 9 here for just activating your heal buffer. Easy. Easy. And you should be able to defeat at least the level 400 enemy of the Attribute Battle Challenge, so that's another 3. So that's already, like, 18 gems. You know what I mean? PSM gems are not hard to come by. Just focus on getting your Keyblades to level 35 and you should be good. Alright, it looks like exactly the same content as before. So let's keep trucking along and take out this Lance Soldier. You just woke up? Good morning? Alright, good morning. Hope you had a good sleep. Alright, here we go. Let's take this one out. Again, the heal buffer alone took it out. So this one, unfortunately, is not associated with gems. But it's still free stuff. Still free stuff. And I've never turned away from free things in this game unless it was something that was going to hurt my account or something. Alright. So that's number 2. I believe we get gem quests with this one every 5? Every 5 should be giving gems. The other ones in the middle just are like filler rewards. Like, look at this. Like a Sid, Chip and Dale. Same ability, no restrictions, so we're good. Alright, is the heal buffer enough? Heal buffer's enough. So really, the question we should be asking is, when does our heal buffer not do enough? And this is why, again, heal buffers are just so important, because you can use them so versatile. They get rid of, like, the lower enemies, the easier quests, so big fan of heal buffers. Alright, so when do we start getting more gems? So it should be, if not the next one, the one right after. Same thing, no special restrictions, it's the same enemy. So let's see if our heal buffer takes us all the way there. So it's only level 850. Yep. Yep, the heal buffer still takes care of it. My nose is like really itchy for some reason. Alright, you're gonna have to correct me on this. Oxboisa Mistle? I don't know if I said that right. I likely completely botched that up. Sword Neckful, I wasn't able to watch your stream on Pokemon TCG online. I'll watch it later. I want to see your polls. They were alright. They're alright. Antoine, I feel like I'm spending more time setting up my Keyblades for Proud Mode than actually playing Proud Mode. That's true. But as you like get more medals, as you get more accustomed to how things work, like, you just get through it in Proud Mode. The most annoying thing about Proud Mode is that some of the objectives require you to go in twice, which is annoying. And then sometimes, like, there's an enemy in there that you weren't expecting. Like, they reflect upright medals or something like that. And that's annoying because you have to go back in. So, yeah, Proud Mode's more frustrating than it is, I feel like, helpful. But it is challenging. It's always good to get, like, a little bit of a challenge. So here are quest number 5. Now we can get 18 gems. So if we beat this guy, who's only a level 1100, we get, we're at 27 gems. Chappening, yo, what's up? Welcome to the stream. And it's just a heal buffer. The heal buffer alone, off slot, nothing crazy, just maxed level everything. Still does enough damage to get us a free 27 gems. There you go. See, I'm telling you, power speed magic gems, they're not hard to come by. You only needed 1 medal in order to pass those first 5 quests. Alright, on to the next one. So what do we got here? We change our enemy to an ogre. What is the Keyblade we're using? We are now using the Divine Rose, which is the worst Keyblade ever. But remember, we talked about it in our video analysis. We are able to fix it so that Kyrie is able to fix some of the damage. Alright. Because again, Kyrie gives metal strength, not magic metal strength. So it's not locked to specifically magic metals, which is really good for this. Because now we have a good mono Keyblade for speed, except we have that one magic Keyblade, or that one magic metal that's giving us a boost. Alright, it took 2 hits with the heal buffer. Goodness. Oxbow is a pistol. I like it. Has potential. What's the MSTLE part then? So it's Oxbow is a missile? I don't know what you're going for there. Apathy, yo, what's up? How's it hanging? It's so nice seeing so many Kingdom Hearts fans. I honestly might stream more Remind, because we still... Okay, so this is very bad of me. I haven't fought Yozora yet, because I don't want to watch someone do it. I want to do it myself, but then life picked up and all these things happened, and it's just like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So we haven't played console games in a while. I don't know if I got the screenshot of the ogre. Antoine, it's not challenging in the 300s. Not yet, but trust me, as you go up, the prod mode missions just get annoying. Like, they do take some thought, which is good, but they just kind of get annoying sometimes. Because then you have to complete all the objectives at once. Bam, alright. So this is a good example of how we used a copy metal on slot to copy metal that's off slot in order to get good damage. Joshua, Divine Rose used to be the best. It used to be. It used to be, but only because that last slot multiplier was crazy. I believe that was the first ×3 multiplier on Divine Rose. Final slot. That was before subslots were a thing. That was before Fairy Stars was a thing. And remember, the thing that made Fairy Stars the best was its 3.3 multiplier at the end. That's what made Fairy Stars broken. So they had to fix it. They had to release the subslots, and they had to adjust for monocolored Keyblades. Oxbow, I'm finding a lot of utility with that new Kyrie medal. It's got a lot of good utility. That's when people say don't pull for it because it's not the next best thing. It's still a really good thing. It's still really, really good. So, you know, I advise people to pull for it. At the very least, I advise them to wait. Wait until the final day and then pull if you want to. But make sure you have enough jewels for Anniversary. That's one of the big take-home points. Make sure you have enough jewels for Anniversary. I cannot stress that enough. All right. Kyrie taking out the enemy. Nice. Umbra, bring a Kupo coin against Yozora. Trust me. Okay, I've heard mixed things about the Kupo coin. So if I'm about to feel a big, sharp knife in the back, I know who to find. I know who to blame. I don't know you. I don't know what you look like. But I will find you. Anyone ever watch Taken? That's one of like my favorite movies to watch. Whenever I'm like bored or I'm doing something and just want something playing in the background, that movie Taken with Liam Neeson, so good. So good. Okay, don't worry about the name. All right, I'm gonna trust you with that one. So now we're hitting level 2,100 enemies. Once we hit level 2,500, that's when things can get sticky, and that's when we're gonna have to pay more attention. Alright, so let's go here. Again, heal buffers. This is probably only going to do like a little bit of damage. Yeah, 1 damage. Not a problem. But again, even though it's not on a reverse speed slot, it's just a speed slot, so it's only getting a small multiplier. And even though it's copying a Kyrie, which is a magic metal, still gets a good amount of damage in. Soren Neckful, will there be a 1500 deal banner for the Destiny Island trio? I don't think so. There's no way. If they did that, it would be a big slap to the face to everyone that pulled preemptively. Really, what I'm looking for, I'm wondering if they're going to do something with the VIP coins, because it's very rare that they drop a trio at the same time without something special coming up. So I don't know if they're planning on something special for the Destiny Islands trio, which is why they dropped all 3 of their medals at the same time. But we'll see. We will see. All right, we're hitting level 2,400, so these are going to be a little more difficult. I definitely don't expect the heal buffer to do any work whatsoever, minus buffing us and healing us. So let's see how Kyrie does. Ooh, see, it survived 2 Kyrie hits, 4 Kyrie hits, but then Dark Riku comes in and sweeps. Nice. So yeah, big piece of advice, make sure all your Keyblades are up to level 35 at the minimum. That can be very, very big when it comes to clearing the monthly gem quests. Because remember, we just got 27 gems. And then before this, we've got 18. So we have 45 plus the 9 from the first mission. So 45, 54 gems just from completing the monthly mission. And the big thing is just making sure that your Keyblades are all brought up to speed. Because remember, as the game moves on, there's always going to be new metals. There's always going to be XYZ broken metal. But your Keyblades are the same. They've never changed. You use the same Keyblades that you did for the first quest that you used for the last quest. So it's very, very important. Make sure your Keyblades are up to date, because that is, like, Keyblades, multipliers, those are only second to jewels in terms of usefulness. All right, here we go. We've got the Stroke of Midnight going on here, and we are going to show you why copy medals are good in this case. So this is actually a pretty decent setup. I am actually okay with this. So let's go ahead and do that, and let's grab a KR24. Why not? So yeah, this is just a good example of the power of copy medals, because we've got the Luxord, which is a backwards copy medal to the Elsa. We've got the Reaper, which is a forward copy medal to the Kyrie. So we've effectively made this tricolored Keyblade into a magic Keyblade. Soren Neckful, I see, yeah, been saving and saving. Hopefully there's a good banner deal to come out. We'll see. We'll see. Global Anniversary this year was really bad. So we'll see if they've got anything cooked up for JP Anniversary. Monsieur, hello. Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. John, you caught another stream. Nice. It's good to see you here. Antoine, do magic mirrors have any use? I have never had to use one. Not anymore. Not as much anymore. So you can still use them to make, like, 7-star medals, but you'll never use them for Supernova plus medals, because they inherently have their special attack bonus maxed out. So you don't have to worry about them anymore. It's really more for collection purposes to get those 7 stars. Joshua, I can only beat this behemoth, then the next quest got too strong for me. Yeah, so it's, again, 2,500 is where the enemy's defense just skyrockets. Like, before traits were a thing, the highest enemy level that we usually saw was like 2,000 to 2,500. Once traits became a thing, they started to drop like 3,000 level enemies, 4,000 level enemies, 5,000 level enemies. So in response, that's when everyone was saying, oh, the best traits to have are ground, aerial, sometimes extra attack. Because that ground enemy defense minus 60 and that aerial enemy defense minus 60 lowered the enemy's defense enough for your medals to do damage. So at level 2,500 plus, the enemy's defense just skyrockets. It becomes much more important to decrease their defense than it does to increase your own strength. So I can't blame you for finding this. This is where things get difficult, because this is where things just mathematically get difficult. John, when is JP Anniversary? September 9th, or I'm sorry, September 4th, I believe. Antoine, do you think the good banners will come out during the countdown to Anniversary? No. I think it'll be released the day of Anniversary. I think we'll also be getting a lot of really awesome events the day of Anniversary. What do I think about a banner potentially? It's like a 50-50, to be honest. Like, when it comes, if you look at my history of videos, you know, I've been saying, like, there's probably going to be a new buffer. There's going to be XYZ. I predicted the date would have been the end of July, and here we are in August. and we still haven't seen anything. So I don't even know if they're going to drop a banner. I have no idea what they plan on doing for Anniversary, because Anniversary has been strange, where sometimes it's awesome, and then sometimes it's awful. So I don't know what they're planning for Anniversary. I hope it's something good. I at the very least hope it's something fun. All right, let's go here. And again, this is just very no bars held against this enemy. We have like maximum sub slots. We're not doing any restrictions whatsoever because unfortunately we just don't have a lot of time. So I'm going to try and give you the main concepts as we go along. So in this case, the main concept, Stroke of Midnight, Tricolored Keyblade, copy medals, they fix for the multiplier so that you're doing maximum amounts of magic damage. So big point for copy medals. Let's see. We should be able to... If we don't take it out here, then we'll take it out the next round. I think its attack causes paralysis potentially, though. It doesn't matter. Our nominee's got 100% paralysis resist. We're good there. Again, another big touch home point is that the best traits for heal buffers are all resist plus extra attack. That is the best trait set for heal buffers. Doesn't matter if it's Nominee, if it's Kingdom Hearts 3 Kyrie A, if it's Illustrated Kyrie EX, that is the best layout. Gavino High Nexel, does aerial ground enemy defense stack, or does it apply to the metal that has the trait? So Gavino, traits are specific to a metal. They have never and will never transfer to another metal. That would be really broken. So your Nominee traits are specifically for Nominee. Your Kyrie traits are specifically for Kyrie. Your traits for Riku are specifically for Riku. They do not transfer at all. So they don't stack between different metals. And then they also don't stack as traits. So if you have 2 ground enemy defense minus 60s, only one of them applies. Those don't stack. Antoine, I've been playing Kingdom Hearts Union Cross for a few months. What have anniversaries been like in the past? It's been a mixed bag of nuts. Some anniversaries were awesome and they introduced new heal buffers. Other times they were really bad and all they did was give us a Supernova Plus deal. Something like that. So anniversaries are, it's mixed. It's mixed. They can be really good and they can also be absolutely awful. Like for Global Anniversary, I saved a lot of gems, or a lot of jewels. Didn't use any of them because I didn't end up pulling from the Supernova deal. So yeah, anniversaries, it's a mixed bag of nuts. We could be getting something awesome, or we could be getting absolutely nothing. It really depends on what the dev team wants to give out to us. Let's see. Sword Neckful may ask for advice. Been undecided to do card pulls in Dark Road. Been surviving on free draw, but became more difficult with the updated story quest. I don't like to advise people pulling in Dark Road. I'd say maybe do it a few times. Just make sure you have the elemental ones, or at least one of each elemental. So for example, like the Blue Rhapsody, the Red Nocturne, the Yellow Opera, Ariel. Just make sure you have some of the elemental ones, and then you don't need to pull. And the reason I say that is because it's something not something I learned watching SAO or Sword Art Online, but they talk about it in Sword Art Online. One of the most busted things about a video game is when they choose to use a leveling system, specifically one where as you level up, your strengths get higher, or your stats get higher. And the reason that system is so broken is that you could just have a really high level, and then the rest of the stuff doesn't matter. So I would focus more on leveling up, using the golden key missions, doing those 3 premium missions a day, leveling up as much as you can, and not pulling jewels, not spending for jewels. You can use tickets, that's fine, whatever. But I wouldn't recommend using jewels in Dark Road because there's no mercy. You know what I mean? You can use all your jewels and still end up with only free stuff. As opposed to in Union Cross, when you spend your jewels, you know that you get X metal after X amount of jewels. In Dark Road, there's no promise. You can pull 80 times and not get a single key art or a key scene. So I don't like advising people to pull from Dark Road. There's no real reason to. You just need enough medals to get you kicking off the ground. And then after that, you don't need to pull anymore. Like, after we complete the monthly gem quest, I'll go ahead and show you my setup in Dark Road. And I haven't been struggling too bad. Again, there's also no real reason to rush Dark Road. Like, there isn't. Because the game's still being figured out. Like, I feel like the action plan for that game, or how they want to carry things out, it fluctuates so much. The game just came out in June, and then at that time they had the quest keys, but now they have golden quest keys. The level, or the 3-star enemies got nerfed to be level 2-star strength. Like, the game is still trying to figure itself out. So I don't like making Dark Road content until that stuff is figured out. Because then what happens is that I'm going to give you advice, and then a month later it doesn't matter. And what I've learned about some videos is that people don't watch the newest stuff. They usually just watch the big stuff that's got X amount of views, that's recommended to YouTube for them. So it's like, I don't want to give bad advice, and then everyone's just like, oh, Nexel didn't say this, and it's like, well, that video was made like 3 months ago. So I'd rather wait for things to level out in Dark Road before I start giving advice for it. Gavino, cool, thanks. Yeah, no worries. No problem. Antoine, so saving 100k jewels for anniversary is not worth it. If you're not passing stuff, no. Because, like, I couldn't even imagine what sort of monstrosity of a medal they'd have to release that would make you spend all 100,000 of those jewels. Like, even the Supernova Renew Upright TVA Trio, I believe that one costs... Let me actually just crank out the math now. So it was 180 VIP coins, so it was 18 pulls at 3,000 jewels apiece. It was 54,000 jewels to get that one medal. So it's like, there's no way they're going to release something that disgustingly broken. So if you want to pull for something, if you need to pull for something to pass stuff, could be worth it. Personally, if you're asking me what to pull for, the Kyrie medal is really good. It's really good. Really good. It's got a lot of versatility to it, so I don't think you could go wrong pulling for the Kyrie because you will have jewels to spare. You can literally throw them in the sky, and you'll still have enough jewels for anniversary. Leaf on the Wind. Yo, what's going on? I didn't say it the other day, but congrats. Congrats on your first place in PvP. That was pretty dope. Just dropping in to say hi. Joined your Discord. Enjoyed the knowledge there. Keep it up. See you in the comment section. Yeah, it's awesome having you there. Awesome having you there. It was super impressive when everyone was just like, yo, this dude got #1 in PvP. What's going on? That was pretty sweet. Congratulations. That is awesome. And it was, I believe it was a ranking league too. Could be wrong, but that was awesome. That was awesome that you got that. Alright, just big damage. Just big energy coming at this Omega Behemoth here. So, now that it's turn 2, again, our Elsa stacks. It's a 2-turn buffer. But now we can activate the Kyrie. Now we can activate KR21. Or, I keep calling it KR21, KR24. And then we activate our Renew Aqua. And then we get the Elsa again. And then we save all the other big damage for the last turn. Turn 3. And if that's not enough, then we gotta figure something out. But I think it'll be enough. I think it should be fine. Remember that it does have a counter. So recovery buffing is on the table. I believe it does have an attack that poisons you. So make sure you have something that has paralysis resist 100% for consistency. And there you go. Piece of cake. Just like Joshua said, it took about 20 minutes to do that. So, oh, just kidding. We got one more. We got one more, but we still had a full turn left. Also, if you can't pass these monthly, so for the most part, if you can't pass missions, don't always feel super bad about it. You know what I mean? Like, you will. I promise you, if you keep at it, you keep pulling at the right times and such, you'll get all the missions in due time. It's all just a matter of time. You just got to build slowly but surely, or you could just mega whale and then just pull all the things you need immediately. So Neckful, okay, makes sense. Thank you for your opinion. I'll just keep saving. Yeah, anniversary. If nothing drops at anniversary, then the next big thing is going to be Christmas. After Christmas, it's New Year's. After New Year's, it's global anniversary. Or maybe they'll do something for the Kingdom Hearts anniversary. I believe next year is year 19? 2003. It came out in March 2000. Yeah, Global was March 2003. So if Global is March 2003, then it'll be year 19. So I don't know if 19 is a special year in JP culture, but yeah. If nothing comes out by anniversary, you'll probably have just a crazy amount of tickets and jewels and such, so no worries. Oxbow, it's so hard for me not to save jewels. I have no discipline. I mean, whatever. It's a game, you know what I mean? Like, all my advice is, like, as great as it may sound sometimes, it's just a game. If you want to pull, that's fine. I pulled for Kyrie. I didn't wait till her banner was over. Like, I just wanted the medal. I have no regrets. None. Zero. Zilch. Zilch. Zip. I have no regrets. It's just a game. Have fun with it. If you're not having fun, then, you know, it's not a good game. You pull what you want to pull for. And just be happy. Just be happy, just be free. Alright. So, up goes the count, and in comes the Kyrie damage. My gosh, Kyrie just does so much damage. Oh my goodness. Kyrie alone right there did 28 million points of damage. What a monster of a medal. Alright, turn 2. Let's get our healing off. I didn't even realize this, but our gauges are at 34. What kind of monstrosity? All right, Kyrie. Kiar 24. Supernova Renew. Proc the Elsa. Elsa's a 2-turn buffer. We are good. Next turn, we proc the Kiar 24, the Naminé, the Kyrie, everything. Antoine, if I have 6 Sun Gems left, what Keyblade should I level up? So if you're deciding which Proud Mode Keyblade to level up the one you have the best medals for. So if your best medals are like all magic, level up Counterpoint. The goal is to have everything at level 35. That's the goal. But there are baby steps to get there. So I'd recommend just building it around your best Keyblade and then working to get the other 2. Because remember, if you sharpen your finest sword kind of thing, you're able to defeat more of the quests. More quests you defeat, that's more gems you're getting. More gems you're getting, the faster you get everything up to the right amount of level. So let's activate this. This. Oh, I could have actually activated the Reaper last turn because it's a 2-turn buffer. Let's actually activate Kiara 24 first, and then we'll activate Kyrie. And this should be enough damage. Yep, there it goes. All right. Piece of cake, right? Easy peasy. Leaf on the win. Thanks, man. Yeah, it was a competitive week, so got a title. Whoop-de-doo. I think that's awesome, though. Like, I think that's pretty cool. LOL, PvP rewards are trash. For some, those gems can matter to others. Also, I agree with you. Pull for Kyrie. It is. It's just a good all-around medal. And that's not just me speaking as a fanboy. Like, literally thinking about it, it's the only medal currently that has multiple buffing going on with its special attack and its supernova attack. A lot of the supernova medals, they really focus on their own attribute, but Kyrie can work for any attribute that's not reverse. And that's a lot of coverage. And it's high damage, and its regular attack heals you and does gauge healing. Like, it's a really good medal. The more a medal does, the better it's going to serve you over time. Alright, so just to recap, again, all my Keyblades, they're no higher than level 35. So focus on getting your stuff to level 35, and then work from that. But we got 36 gems here. Then we got 25, or 27. So it was 36 gems, plus 27 gems, plus 18 gems, plus 9 gems. So we got 90 gems from doing the monthly gem quest. So I highly recommend, again, the only way to defeat this monthly gem quest is to make sure all your Keyblades are at some sort of minimum. And that minimum for me is level 35. So that is the best way you're going to defeat these monthly gem quests. Monsieur, I missed the monthly Organization 13 events. Me too. Those were so fun. But I mean, maybe we're gonna get something else. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe they'll set something up. I don't know. Antoine, I have 2 perfect content medals. Reaper and Tifa is Sleeping Lion best for me. That's a hard call. That is a hard call. I want to say no. If you get... Literally, you can pull for any of the trio right now and focus on that blade. If you pull for Riku, focus on Fenrir. If you pull for Kyrie, focus on Counterpoint. If you pull for Sora, focus on Sleeping Lion. So, I don't know. Tifa's good. It's a good staple. She's just definitely not the best when it comes to pushing out damage. And considering you have 100,000 jewels, you can totally pull for something and then focus on that. Joshua, when will you level up your Keyblades higher? I don't know. The thing about me leveling up my Keyblades, I don't need to. You know what I mean? I don't like to overextend like that. So it's just like, if I don't need to, you know, maybe I could be ranking higher in PvP Coliseum. Or maybe I could be ranking higher in PvE Coliseum. Yeah, that's all true. But, I don't know. Laziness, maybe? Let's see. Oxbow, that new Kyrie medal is great in PvP for building a 2-turn attack. Yup. Using it right now for its 2-turn attack stacking powered for all medals. You got it. That is absolutely correct. That is exactly how I am using her too. So, if we go to my PvP setup, again, if y'all want to attack me in PvP, here's my setup. Have at it. I'm not too particular about the PvP rewards. So, yep. Here is my setup. Actually, this is my attacking setup. Let me fix it for defense because I'm not going to be playing. I actually have to go soon, so let me just recap with this. So, we have Missing Ache. It's just full speed damage. Supernova Renew. That Dark Riku clocking out lots and lots and lots of defense piercing damage. Divine Rose. It's got the Kyrie in there. And that Kyrie, again, provides a 2-turn buff to support my Lady Luck, which doesn't really have a lot going for it. I just didn't have enough PvP speed medals. So, yeah, my Divine Rose supports my Lady Luck. Alright, y'all, we did take care of the monthly gem quest and the attribute challenge, so I actually do have to go right now. I got something I gotta do. So thank you all so much for watching. As always, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to leave them down in the comments below, and I'd be happy to answer when I have the time. Again, I'm focusing on getting my webcam back, so don't get used to this where it's like my hands look like blurs. I'm gonna try and get a good webcam. It's really hard because apparently in this time, it's very hard to find webcams. Who knew? So yeah, we are working on that. If you'd like to join my Discord, the link is right below the screen there. Just type that into your URL and you should be good to go. But that's all for now. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, until next time, take it easy.